Okay, folks, so let's talk about why this picture works in particular. Now, before I start this is my photograph. So if I say something is good or great, take it with a grain of salt. I think this picture works, and I'm about to break down why I think that. But you have every right to look at this picture and say, nah, I'm not feeling it. Whatever. Let's start. There's like 3 or 4 things I want to talk about. The first, when I'm in the field and I'm looking for images and I'm putting myself in a situation to make pictures, the very first thing I'm looking for is light. Where is the light coming from? What time of day is it? And then how to work in those particular ingredients. So in this case, the sun is over here. Here's Mr. Sun right here, or Mrs. Sun. And the beams are coming here. Now, this is called a backlit photograph. I am shooting into the sun. I'm not shooting with the sun over my shoulder. So in photography school, no one ever told me about shooting backlit. It wasn't until I saw a book by Sebastião Salgado while I was still in school that I was like, holy cow, what is this guy doing? And then I realized he was shooting into the light, and I thought, wait a minute, that totally changed my life. When you're in harsh environments like this in the California desert, your quality of light is good in the wee minutes of the morning and the wee minutes of the afternoon. So you have to learn how to work in harsh light, and shooting backlit is one of the ways that you can do that. So the sun's coming here, and what does that give me with the sun in that direction? The first thing it does is give me these shadows. Let me switch my pen to white here so it's easier to see. It's giving me these shadows right here off of every object that's in the frame, including the car and the truck. That's adding drama. So I'm, again, shooting into the light. I could have gone around the other side, but that did not offer me the ingredients or the light that I was looking for. Okay. The next thing that this picture gives me that I like is a dynamic element. And dynamic elements are diagonal lines inside of a rectangular frame. Now, I've got a bunch of them working here. I've got the first one is the car and the direction it's going, and these lines that are going out into the horizon here. I've also got a second horizontal dynamic element, which is the horizon line. And third, I've got the same shadows coming off. And all of these are leading in this direction. They're all leading your eye as a viewer straight out here, which is exactly what I want you to do. Okay, let me back up here, and there's at least one more thing I like about this. And the last thing I like about this is that I have a foreground right here with these 2 guys. I've got a midground, which is the car, and I've got a background, which is this guy right here and this guy right here. And he's in mid-stride, which means it's a moment. I've caught him frozen. This guy's filming, which is a moment, but they're also placed strategically between this guy and this guy. And that's really what a wide-angle lens is about. A lot of people buy a wide angle and they think, oh, it gives me this really amazing wide angle of view. It's true, it does. A 24 will give you a 24 millimeter wide angle of view. But the beauty of a wide angle in my mind is to build depth in an image. And you do that by finding a foreground, a midground, and a background. Ideally, with the light working all the way through, Mr. Sun, here it is, the light working, and a moment, a layering where you have these 2 guys in the background. And that, in essence, is why, in my opinion, this picture works. And hopefully, you might find something of interest there.